Good morning, my dear students. Today, once again, I welcome you on my channel English with Shivie. Now, this time, we will learn the chapter of Beehive of Standard 9th. This is the fourth chapter, A Beautiful, Truly Beautiful Mind. It is written by Albert Einstein. I think and I hope that you all are knowing about Albert Einstein very well. Who was he and which type of work he was doing and how much familiarities he was having. In this chapter, he has given his own life's event, how he has spent his school life, how he was there to complete his schooling. In another side, we can say that this is the short biography of Albert's life. He has given his all the aspects which were faced by him in his childhood. He was a scientist. Not only he was the student of mathematics and physics, but he also was having the qualities of the humanities. That's why we can say that in this chapter or in this life, we are knowing that he was a good personality. So, we will start the chapter from the first paragraph. Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879 in German city of Ulm without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seemed much too large. Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879. Means he was there to take the birth on 1879, which was in the month of 14th March. In German city of Ulm. Ulm was the name of the city and it was the city of Germany. Without any indication that he was destined for greatness. Destined, destiny से word बना है, destiny is noun and it is related with fate. Its meaning is fate. So, destined means here, destined means those who are having the fate, who are having the good fate, good luck for the greatness. So, when he was born, nobody was knowing that which type of indication, which type of sign was given for the benefit, for the luck, for the fate. On the contrary, but it was in the contrast, it was in the opposite that his mother was thinking that Albert was in freak. Means freak, here I have written the meaning of freak, a word used disapprovingly to talk about a person who is unusual and doesn't behave and look like others. His mother was thinking that he was not the normal child. He was not having the normal quality. He was not having any normal activity. So his mother was saying this, that he was the freak, he was unusual child. He is not giving any activity as the another normal child does. But the meaning, the thinking of his mother was his head seemed because he was having too much large head. Means his head was too much large. That's why he was there to think about the personality, about the mind. His mother was there to think about this. At the age of 2.5, Einstein still wasn't talking. When he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. Einstein didn't know what to do with other children, and his playmates called him Brother Boring. Means when he was young, when he was 1 and 2 years old and 2.5 age of 2.5 means when he was in the age of 2.5 years, Einstein was not able to speak any word. So, it is surely to be disturbed to think about this, that till now he is not able to think about, to learn about, to speak anything. So, his mother was too much in disturbance. But whenever he was there to speak anything, uttered spoke. Means whenever he is there to speak anything, that he speaks 2 times. Means if he is saying wonder, then he says it wonder, wonder. Means he was not clear there to speak it properly. But Einstein did not know, he was not knowing anything that how should be the treatment with the other students. He is not knowing about this. And now he was in the school, and his classmates, his playmates, his friends, colleagues, each and everyone were there to give him the name Brother Boring. You also are having such type of students, and some students are there to make fun of this type of kind, and these type of students will be there. Those who will be hesitation in their mind, in his mind, and someone will be there to make fun on him. So here also so many classmates and playmates were there who were used to call him Brother Boring. So the youngster played by himself much of the time. He especially loved mechanical toys. Looking at his newborn sister, Maza, he is said to have said, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" Now, the story that the youngster played by himself. Youngster, the mates, the playmates, the fellows, they were there to play himself. Means this boy, this Einstein, was not there to play with another person. He is alone now, and he is not making any fun to others. And especially loved mechanical toys. Now he was alone, and he loves to play with the mechanical toys. Now his newborn sister was there, and every time he loves, he seeks, he gives the view, he gives the look to his newborn sister Maja. He said every time, and his line is here, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" Means even for his sister, he was thinking that it is the mechanical toy. Means he was thinking that this is not the baby, this is not the human being, this is the mechanical toy. And he was asking that where are the wheels of this girl. A headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession wouldn't matter because he will never make a success at anything. Einstein began learning to play with the violin at the age of 6. Because his mother wanted him to, he later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining this skill throughout his life. A headmaster once told his father, when he was in school, his father was there to meet with the headmaster. So headmaster was there to give the information about Einstein. So he was saying that Einstein chose a profession without matter. Means nothing is very special to choose by Einstein. He doesn't make anything special. He doesn't choose any specific subject because he will never make a success at anything. Because he is indirectly, they are saying that he is too weak to do anything in the future. So he is saying that his profession is without matter, means without any sense he will choose anything because in anything he will not be able to succeed. Einstein began learning to play to the violin. When he was 6 years old, he started to play. He started to learn how to play the violin. And his mother also was wanting to give the knowledge about the violin. He later became a gifted amateur violinist. Gifted amateur violinist means after some time when he was young, he was the professional violinist. Means he got the success to play the violin in such a melodious voice that he became a famous violinist, maintaining this skill throughout his life. And till the last, he was maintaining this skill. He was maintaining this quality in his life. But Albert Einstein was not a bad people. He went to high school in Munich, when Einstein family had moved when he was 15 months old and scored good marks in almost every subject. Einstein hated the school's regimentation and often clashed with his teachers. At the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled there that he left the school for good. But Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. Here the pupil is homophones, means the pronunciation P-E-O-P-L-E and P-U-P-I-L are same, but the meaning is different. So here the pupil means is student. So he is saying that he was not the bad student, he was good, he was achieving something. And after the schooling, he went in high school in the city Munich. In this school, Einstein's family, in this city, Einstein family also moved, and he was that time 15 months old and scored good marks in almost every subject. Now, this time each and everyone's view was failed. Everyone was, even his mother and father was engaged with the view of the headmaster that he will not get any success, he will not get any good marks in any study or any lifestyle. But now in high school he got the good marks and in every subject. Now this time Einstein hated the school's regimentation. Regimentation means order or discipline taken to an extreme. Means there were so many rules and they have taken the rules, they have given the orders and discipline who were not obeyed. So he was saying that he didn't love the rules and regulations and the disciplines, the orders, and often clashed with his teacher. That's why he was there to clash with the teachers, to be the person of the argument. Means whenever the rules and orders and discipline were not there, because he hated them. So the teacher, if the teacher will be there to obey them, then he was there not to follow the rules and orders. At the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled. There he left the school for good. Now at the age of 15, he was not well. He was not very well feeling and breathing. He was suffocated. He was unable to breathe. So he has to leave the school. The previous year, Albert's parents had moved to Milan and left their son with relatives. After prolonged discussion, Einstein got his wish to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland, in a city which was more liberal than Munich. The previous year, Albert's parents, means recently they were there to move from that place to Milan. But Einstein were with his relatives, with his guardians. After prolonged discussion, prolonged means after so much discussion, it was decided that Einstein got his wish to continue his education in Germany. When so many discussions were there, he was now satisfied to take the more further education in the College of German-speaking Switzerland, in a city which was more liberal than Munich. It was more liberal. Liberal means willing to understand and respect others' opinion. Means this was too much willingful to the author, to Albert Einstein. Means he was not like much more Munich, and he was liking Switzerland more. Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics, and after finishing school, he decided to study at a university in Zurich. Now, Einstein has highly gifted in mathematics, means he was blessed. He was there to get the rewards in mathematics and his interesting subject in physics. Now he was in the college and he was getting the rewards and awards and gifts in the subject, most probably in mathematics and physics. And now, after finishing the school, now he was there to decide to study, to learn more in the university in Zurich. Now he was there to decide to complete his further studies to go in the University of Zurich. But science was not the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with the walrus mustache. Only the science was not the only subject to give the knowledge, to achieve the knowledge, because this was the high profile personality who was having the walrus. Walrus is a sea animal. So just like the walrus shape, he was having the mustache of walrus. Just like this, he was having the mustache of walrus shape, and he was not there to take the decision that only the science will be studied. Now, he also felt a special interest in a fellow student, Melivia Merrick, whom he found to be a clever creature. This young chap had come to Switzerland because the university in Zurich was one of the few in Europe where women could get degrees. He also felt a special interest in a fellow student. Now, there in Zurich in university, he was having a classmate, a girl classmate who was his in his heart. Means he was feeling that he was having the special interest, the special motion. Her name was Melivia Merrick, whom he found to be a clever creature. He noticed that he was not be there with her because she was having the nature of clever attitude. That's why he gave her the name clever creature. This young Serb, who the girl Melivia had come to Switzerland. She has to come to Switzerland because the university in Zurich was one of the best universities in Europe, where the women got the success and got the studies and got the degrees. So she was there with the writer, with Albert, to get those degrees in Zurich. Einstein saw in her an ally against the Philistines, those people in his family and at the university with whom he was constantly at odds. The couple fell in love. Let us survive in which they put their affection into words, mixing science with tenderness, wrote Einstein. How happy and proud I shall be when we both have brought our work on relativity to a victorious conclusion. Gradually, they were fall in love and they started to write with each other. They were there to call that Philistines. Philistines means a word used disapprovingly to talk about people who does not like art, literature or music. Now, the girl also was there to have interest in science and mathematics. Now, they were there called the Philistines because they were not having interest in music and literature. So, those people in his family and at the university with whom he was constantly at odds. Not even in the university, but in family also. They were not even the poet, the writer Einstein, but this girl Melivia. They were also different with their families. They were opposite, they were odds, they were differ. The couple fell in love. Let us survive in which they put their affection. Now they fell in love and they divided the letters. They started to give the letters and their views, mixing science, their study lectures with tenderness. Now they were there to use their science lectures, their science subjects, their science theorems in delicacy. And wrote Einstein. How happy. Miss Melivia writes the letter to Einstein and he was reading the letter that how much happy they will be, how much proud they will have in their mind and heart if she will have the proud and happiness when they have both their work togetherly with the connectivity, with the relationship. Means indirectly she was saying to get the marriage with him. So he is saying that it will be our victorious conclusion. Means we will do something much better when we will have the relationship, and after the relationship we can achieve the goal of our life. In 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons, and finally scored a job in 1902 as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. In 1900, now it was the time of 1900, means when he was born in 1879. It means 21 years old he was now, and he was 21 years old. Einstein was a university graduate. At the age of 21, he completed his graduateship, and he was even now unemployed person, means he was not getting any job. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons. Now he started to give the lessons, to teach the students, to give the private lessons, and now finally scored a job in 1902. After doing the struggle of 2 years, he got the success, he got the job, and as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. Bern is the name of the another city, and now he got the job in patent office. Patent, a document which gives the rights to an invention, where the things, the papers were kept for an inventor of the inventions. So he was now just like the assistant professor of the people of the professor in technically in the office of Bern. While he was supposed to be assessing other people's inventions, Einstein was actually developing his own ideas in secret. He is said to have jokingly called his desk drawer at work the Bureau of the Theoretical Physics. Now this time, while he was supposed to be assessing, now this time he got the job to assess, to help other people's inventions. Means in Bern there were so many other people, so many other inventors, the scientists, their papers, their documents was there to kept by this person. So he was thinking that actually he was not doing the work of assessing, but he was also achieving the ideas, the great thinking in his mind while doing this work. Now he was saying in a fun manner, he was that called his desk drawer at work the Bureau of Theoretical Physics, that he is doing the work of assistant, but under the drawer, under the table, he is doing the work of theoretical physics. He is getting the knowledge about the physics inventions. He is doing the work to complete about the physics theorems. He is in the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. So that's it for today. This is the part 1 of the chapter, A Truly Beautiful Mind. We will meet again tomorrow. Please like my videos, subscribe my channel if you are new there. Please press the bell icon if you are new there. Bye-bye.